this fight. When you think about Manny Pacquiao, was he going to stay retired? We all figured he'd be back. At 37 years old, we'll see what he has. He's got that double duty of being a full-time senator, to which he is more committed than I've ever seen Manny Pacquiao.
You are manifesting how it is to be the salt and light of this world.
Being a senator, I can still prove that I'm a good boxer. Even I'm busy with my work in the Senate, I can still manage my time, I can still focus.
He's got to go train late at night, putting in 12, 13-hour days between the politics and the boxing. He's not a young buck, and that could come back to haunt him.
I always envisioned Senator Manny Pacquiao fighting for the world title and President Manny Pacquiao fighting for the world title. We have a lot more Manny Pacquiao in us. He's still very good. He hasn't slowed down at all.
When you work hard and sacrifice in training, I don't think the fight is hard.
Jessie Vargas is a fighter who has earned his way up the ladder the hard way. Nothing's been given to Jessie Vargas. He's a two-time division champion. He really has a chip on his shoulder. He's got a lot to prove as to why he's in the ring against Manny Pacquiao come November 5th.
I'm 27 years old. I'm in my prime. I have all it takes to beat Manny Pacquiao.
You're too fast. Yes, sir. Faster than. Let's go. Jump me up.
There's a certain chemistry. Every fighter has that one trainer or vice versa, they click. Dewey Cooper, I think he found his kindred spirit. I don't think we'll be seeing Jessie Vargas fighting anytime soon without Cooper in the corner.
It's gonna come down to guts. It's gonna come down to who wants this the most, okay?
Him and Cooper have a certain chemistry that cannot be taught. It can't be manufactured. It's an intangible. It's either there or it's not.
I've known Jessie since he was a kid. We came up together from the Mayweather boxing lineage. He trained with Roger Mayweather. I trained with Jeff Mayweather. We're at the same gym, same time. We grew up together fighting. He can punch, he can box, he can brawl, he has a good chin. He was the underdog in like his last 7, 8 fights against really stiff opposition.
There's gotta be a... Oh! He cuts him! Him almost went down!
I'm gonna whoop Manny Pacquiao's ass. November 5th, you don't know what you're talking about, and I'm gonna shut you up.
All I can say is this is not a movie, that there's a revenge. This is a sport. I mean, nothing personal. Well, that's good. It will encourage him to focus and to train hard for this fight.
We're gonna be in incredible shape, and I think that's an attribute that it takes to defeat Manny Pacquiao. You can't be flat-footed, you can't be slow, and Jessie has the athletic ability to conquer that moment.
Manny knows it's not enough just to win. Fans are fickle. They want knockouts in boxing. You gotta give the people what they want. Manny will figure them out and take them to school by the end of the night and knock them out at the end.
Who are you afraid of?
God.
That's it.
Yes.
No man.
No man.
Personally, hindi po ba kayo napapagod? Kasi Senate, dalawang yun, may hearing, mayroon pang session sa hapon, tapos training.
Time management lang. Kailangan disiplina sa sarili para may makapagpahinga pa.
I've been covering Manny for years now, and this is the busiest training camp that we've had. I think a lot of people don't know that aside from Manny being a boxer, being a philanthropist, he's really serious. He's really serious about his work as a politician. I think it's more pressure on him because he's now a senator. There are only very few of them in the Philippines, so the public really has its eye on Manny. So he has to go to the session every morning, he has to go to the hearings, and then go to training afterwards.
With 17 senators present, the chair declares the presence of a quorum.
Being a senator is not easy. In the morning, you have to attend committee hearing, and in the afternoon, you have to attend session, so it's kind of busy.
I would like to move to recognize Senator Manny Pacquiao.
Senator Pacquiao is recognized.
Mr. President, is a reminder for all of us that we can find reasons to unite.
I'm a member of more than 20 committees, and I'm a chairman of Committee on Sports and Committee on Public Works.
I have to emphasize the wordings recent rampant extrajudicial killings.
Right now in the Philippines, the administration's war on drugs is very hot, and he's one of the senators who are in the hearings on a usual basis.
Resolution urging the Senate Committee on Justice and Human Rights to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation on the alleged extrajudicial or summary killings.
It's very important issues that we discuss on that committee meeting, and I'm proud because I'm giving honor to my country, and also I'm helping people.
1, 2.
Sir, dito naman po. 1, 2, 3.
This is the first time that we have somebody as huge as Manny Pacquiao. So every day, if you go to the Senate hall, you'll have people wanting pictures, people really bombarding him, because it's not every day that you bump into Manny Pacquiao.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can still prove that I can be a champion again. Even I'm busy with my work in the Senate, I can still manage my time, I can still focus.
Being a senator is much harder than the congressman. It's much more time-consuming, and Manny has to prepare a lot. We're having, I don't want to say difficulties, but we still don't have our routine down like we should have it. Senate is his priority. Training and boxing is his passion, so we have to combine them two. It's a very hectic schedule.
I can still feel that, and the speed, the stamina, and the power. I didn't feel old. I'm still good, and I feel like I'm young.
Go to work today. Huh? Go to work tonight. When we start in training camp, he's exactly where he always is. He's just rearranging his schedule due to his work commitments, which is, you work around it and you find a way, and that's what we do. We just train smarter, not so intense all the time, especially now with his work commitments. So you just have to, you just got to reschedule things and make sure some days light, some days hard. When sparring starts and sparring picks up, I'll adjust his training schedule again to accommodate for we're going to lose, so he just doesn't get tired. Finish. No, yeah, that's a nice shot. Yes.
Okay, one more.
This is my first fight since I became a senator, so it's an honor. It's an honor for me to fight as a senator.
My dad bought a biography for me to see, and it was a Julio Chavez of everything that he had accomplished in his career. And I said, I want that. I want to be in that position. I set my mind on becoming a world champion in the pros and becoming a superstar. You know, at a very young age, I set my mind to it, and I was a kid dreaming, and now the dream is becoming a reality. I am Mexican-American. My family's from Mexico, Guerrero, Acapulco, Mexico, and I was born in Los Angeles, California. I lived in Compton for about the first 5 years of my life. Moved up to Las Vegas, tough neighborhood, you know, tough kids. We need to be tough too. So that's when I told my dad, you know what, I want to learn how to defend myself. And then boxing came along. I was Golden Gloves champion, national champion twice, PAL national champion. I represented Mexico for the Olympics of 2008. I've had a lot of success. Being a father definitely changes anyone. My daughter is my main motivation, you know, knowing that you have someone to look after. Every time training camp starts, it does get hectic because my main focus is training. It just gets more relaxing when I'm beside, you know, once I pass the doors inside my house, you know, it becomes more relaxing. It's something that I cherish, and I'm glad that I'm able to see my daughter. As a father, you want to make sure to invest as much time as you can with your daughter, besides when you're working. She makes me stay focused at the task at hand, and the reason why I do it, for a brighter future for her, for us, because I see it as a family. You know, I want to be able to give her all the nice things in life.
What do you think is going to happen on November 5th?
In my fight.
He's going to win.
Bam! Yes, we are. A little slow?
Yeah, have fun with it. This is all you.
I am a two-division world champion, and that was because of me having the team that I have now, which is Dewey Cooper, Rafael Garcia, and my father. There's no I in team. We are making it together, and we look forward to making it a historic year to defeat Manny Pacquiao. We have everything to do so.
How long have you known Jessie Vargas for?
13 years. I'm retired, but I don't want to let him by himself. I love him, and I believe he's going to be one of the best now, and especially with this guy, Dewey. There's a lot of people, they have a mistake because he changed a lot of trainers. And finally, we find something very good, and I'm happy. I'm very happy he's working with him. There's what a really working team.
Let's get it faster there, let's go! Champion! I've known Jessie since he was a kid. We came up together, you know, from the Mayweather boxing lineage. He trained with Roger Mayweather, I trained with Jeff Mayweather. We're at the same gym, same time. We grew up together fighting. Man, I used to watch him spar at 9, 10 years old, fight like grown-ass men, you know what I mean? I used to throw him a little cash after he would win a tournament or beat someone up in the gym, man. He was fighting like a grown man at 10 years old, I swear to God.
I am a very intelligent fighter, very versatile. And now, this 2016 has stood out a lot for me, just because of the team that I have now. They're able to bring out the best in me as a fighter and as a person, and it's given me a lot of success.
One more time, damn it, let's go. He's a great champion. He's a two-division champion, and he's very underestimated. He didn't get easy fights coming up like a lot of the fighters with these great knockout ratios. He was the underdog in like his last 7, 8 fights against really stiff opposition. But November 5th, we're gonna be in amazing shape. We're gonna be in incredible shape. I mean, attrition won't be a factor. We're professionals at what we do. We're extremely good at what we do, because we're the best welterweight. We're the defending champions, and we're going to retain the WBO World Welterweight title on November 5th.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the biggest stage in professional boxing, the MGM Grand Arena, This is the main event of the evening.
The third Bradley Pacquiao fight was really about seeing what each one had left. You know, can Manny Pacquiao regain that old form? And more importantly, that aggressiveness.
Did you see that beautiful straight left by Manny Pacquiao? Terrific round, Colonel.
Every fighter I've ever talked to in a post-fight interview that has lost to Manny Pacquiao says he just hits you with shots that you cannot see coming. There's no way to prepare. There's no one sparring partner that can emulate what Manny Pacquiao does in the ring.
Previous Pacquiao fights at this time of the year were always in May, but he's running for the Senate, and the election is May the 9th.
Even though the campaign is ongoing on that fight, I didn't distract with the campaign and the busyness of my schedule. I can still manage myself and focus to the fight.
Catches him with the right hand, catches him with another right hand. Crowd really into it now.
It's starting to get emotional in here.
Yeah. This is really good stuff now.
I think that what he did to Tim Bradley was control every aspect of the fight. From the mental aspect to the physical aspect to the technical boxing aspect. I think that's what was most impressive about Manny's performance against Tim Bradley.
Right now, he's got all the campaigning in hand. Bradley gets hit, and referee...
It's a knockdown.
Is it a knockdown? Yes! He's counting it as a knockdown. There was a punch in the end of it, and Tony Weeks got it right.
Watching Tim Bradley go down the way he did against Manny Pacquiao on that night was unexpected.
That changes things in a hurry on the score sheet. It wasn't a big shot, but it was enough to get Tim Bradley off balance.
Tim Bradley, in my opinion, is one of the better fighters in boxing. If you look at his resume, what he's done to 140 to 147, and the fact that Manny could so easily dispatch him, almost in a routine fashion at this age, it goes to show you the type of standard that Pacquiao has set the past decade.
I thought it was one of the best performances I've seen Manny Pacquiao have in a long time. His aggressiveness came back, his meanness came back, his will to knock somebody out was there, and I was very happy with that.
Now with Pacquiao, who told us yesterday, I still have the killer instinct.
This is something else right now. How do you like it, folks?
Manny may not be what he was in 2008 through 2012. May have lost an inch or two off the fastball, but he still gets guys out. I mean, there's still a very, very select few prize fighters around today that could beat him.
Manny Pacquiao took over. He's emotional now. And he deserved that decision.
You know, Jessie Vargas is a fighter who has earned his way up the ladder the hard way. I mean, nothing's been given to Jessie Vargas. He's a two-time division champion. And he really has a chip on his shoulder. He's got a lot to prove as to why he's in the ring against Manny Pacquiao come November 5th. Bradley Vargas, 11 rounds where Tim Bradley dominated the fight. He was making him look bad. I mean, he was dominating the distance, just working his experience over the young fighter.
This is by far Jesse's toughest opponent, despite the fact that he's won world titles.
Bradley landed some really good body punches, and that, he came in right there. He's showing a little bit quicker hands right now than Vargas.
I couldn't control my body the way I wanted it to. The message weren't going through to the body, from the brain to the body, for whatever the reason might be.
Jesse's just kind of reacting, trying to counterpunch, but so far he hasn't had a lot of success.
Well, that's exactly what Tim wants to do, is keep pressure on this guy constantly. Keep constant pressure on him, and he's executing that so far.
I was proud of myself because no matter what, I didn't give up. Knowing that, I mean, I couldn't do what I wanted to in the ring at the moment that I wanted to, instantly. So, but I looked for victory, and I continue to look for it, and I don't give up.
It's whoa! Very nice.
It's really showing it. It looked, in that combination of punches there, considerably fast. Oh! Right at the belly, clips Vargas again. That's a Bradley round.
Yep.
And then comes that 12th round.
Less than a minute to go, and you keep waiting for Jessie to do something.
That's right, he's not. I mean, he should be, there's got to be a...
Oh, he caught Tim. Tim almost went down. There's an urgency now with 16 seconds to go. Tim got clipped. That's the first time that anyone's been close to going down.
I had him nearly knocked out on his feet. It was a huge shot and had him just hurt. He was getting ready to go head first right when Pat Russell came in. You look at the pictures, he was literally leaning over, hands almost touching the floor. Pat Russell comes in and stops the fight.
Closing seconds of the fight, and like the Provednikov fight.
What?
No.
Stopped him.
What happened at the end?
No, it was 10 seconds, and he thought that fight was over.
Just as he said he would, in the locker room, he says, if any fighter is hurt, I will come in, I will step in, and I will wave my hands, signalizing that the fight's over, because I'm here to protect both fighters in the ring. That's exactly what he did in the 12th round. And the way I see it is, he stopped the fight, and I won by knockout. But minutes later, he said that he made a mistake. He thought he heard the bell, which I don't know how you mistake the bell for anything else.
Disappointing end for Jessie Vargas, who had the thrill of what he thought was the thrill of victory, and then all of a sudden he has to suffer this agony and defeat.
That made me grow as a fighter. That made me know what I reflect on and what I needed to change in my team. And that's when Dewey Cooper came in.
Saddam Ali was the next great hype. Timothy Bradley didn't want to fight him. He was undefeated, he's an American Olympian, and he was a pretty intimidating boxer puncher. You know, no one wanted to fight him. He had skills, fast hands, fast feet, undefeated. You know, he looked like the future of the boxing division.
Vargas, halfway through that fight, understood one thing. He was the stronger puncher. And then with the coaxing of Dewey Cooper, they had to keep coming downhill with that overhand right.
When he's not doing anything, he's trying to recover. You must get this pressure on him, okay? We gotta make this a dogfight now. The plan was to change levels, change gears, use that jab, hit the body, and eventually land that big overhand right.
10 seconds.
I think there's something very subtle about what happened in that fight, is that Jessie Vargas found himself as an improved puncher. And once he understood that he was a stronger guy, in the last 3-4 rounds, that fight started going in one direction, all towards Jessie Vargas.
He hit him with some body shots that people really underestimated when they were in the clinch. He caught him with a left hook and stunned him a little bit, and then that first overhand right dropped him in the 8.
Everyone expected Saddam Ali to outbox Jessie Vargas, and not only did Jessie Vargas hold his own, but the fact that he won was, you know, big, but how he won, I think, was even bigger.
I seen a guy who was a great boxer, but I seen a guy who, if you put that tenaciousness on him, you change gears, change styles on him, he would get caught slipping, and it happened just like we said. Jessie predicted an 8th or 9th round knockout. I predicted a 7th through 9th round knockout, and it happened just like we predicted. We train hard, and we get the knockout as the reward. You know, speed and power.
1, 2, 3, 6, 3, 2, fast. Yes, sir.
There's a certain chemistry. Every fighter has that one trainer, or vice versa, they click. And with Dewey Cooper, I think he found his kindred spirit. I don't think we'll be seeing Jessie Vargas fighting anytime soon without Cooper in the corner. Him and Cooper have a certain chemistry that cannot be taught, it can't be manufactured. It's an intangible. It's either there or it's not.
You know, we loved it, man. We do this for the love. It's never hard when you do something you love. You know, you're willing to die for love, man. So we love what we do, man. So this is easy work. Just like the fight, man. We love what we do. That's gonna be easy work too.
I think that me having the right team brought out the best in me, you know, and us knowing how to handle training camp and us not knowing how to communicate with one another gave us the best performance of my career so far. But now we have November 5th, and that's gonna be the best performance of our career.
On that Bradley fight, I don't really know if I'm going to fight again. I feel like lonely when I realized I hung up my gloves and no more boxing for me. When you think about you're not in boxing anymore. Just it's kind of empty and not enough. It's hard when you love a sport, and boxing is my passion.
This fight, somewhat unexpected, really. When you think about Manny Pacquiao, was he gonna stay retired? We all figured he'd be back. Jessie Vargas is a young fighter who really believes that he's never been given credit for his accomplishments.
3, 2, fast. Yes, sir.
They should respect a fighter like me because I'm a throwback fighter. I don't say no to no one. I fight anyone and everybody. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter who it is, how good you think he is. You think he's good? Put him in front of me. You know, I'll defeat him. That's the way I see it. I don't feel that I've gotten the credit that I deserve. But after number 5th, it will be another story, and it will be the beginning of my legendary career.
It all boils down to one thing. Is Jessie Vargas content with being a moral victor? If he's happy just to go 12 rounds and say, I went the distance, I don't think he has much of a shot. I think he's got to be a bit of a kamikaze in there.
This fight is very important to all of us. We're building a legacy right now. Pacquiao has his legacy. It's great, but now we're about to end his and further build ours. He built it against Saddam Ali. He built it when he won that WBA junior welterweight world title, and now we're about to blow it up even more on November 5th after defeating Manny Pacquiao.
Jessie Vargas, he is a good fighter. He's champion at 140, he's champion at 147. You know, you don't win world titles by accident. Manny Pacquiao's won 8 world titles. I think Manny Pacquiao is a better fighter. And I think Manny's experience will carry over in the fight. And I think Vargas could do well in the beginning of the fight. But as the fight goes on, Manny will figure him out.
You name these names like these guys are immortal demigods or something. They're men just like us. They're gonna face defeat just like everyone else we fought. But at the end of the day, it's about us. It's not about Manny, it's not about Freddie. It's about us and our team. We are the defending damn champions, and we're gonna be the champions on November 5th.
All I can say is this is not a movie that there's a revenge. This is a sport. I mean, nothing personal. Well, that's good. It will encourage him.
Vargas is a good fighter and so forth, but he's not good enough to fight Manny Pacquiao. Manny will figure him out and take him to school by the end of the night and knock him out at the end.